Gang here with a review of sorts, my initial thoughts on the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. But before we get into that, please give us a like. Help us out with that algorithm by hitting the subscribe button. And click that bell notification icon off to the right. So let's go ahead and get into this. All right, so I am a big fan of the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 1.0. As you see here, I've got my 1.0 in this trusty carrying case. Go ahead and get that cleared out. So you can see there's a size difference, first of all, and I really like this gun because it was so small. I actually preferred the trigger to this over the LCP. Now, for most people, the chief complaint about the 1.0 was the trigger. Manual safety, which I never used. The M&P 2.0 comes with the option of having a manual safety. I chose not to because the newer version is striker fired. And I've been waiting a long time for this to actually happen. So I wanted to do a quick comparison. I shoot this one pretty regularly. From a size perspective, we close up the slides here. You can tell that there is a bit of a difference. The 2.0, I don't know if y'all can see that, is a little bit longer. You see that end right there. And down here, there's a bit more of a grip area, which leads to the higher capacity here. If you look at the 1.0, 6 rounds. This is the 12 round mag, and I have for the 2.0, and I have the 10 round mag in here. So sort of flush fit, not flush fit, but size wise, there you go. The 2.0 is just a little bit larger. You can see pretty obvious there. Different types of triggers too. Again, you heard me say it's a striker fire. The 1.0 is a traditional double action. If you look right inside there, you can see the hammer moving. All right, the double action there. Now, my daily carry is a 365. All right, and if I want to compare sizes, roll that back around. You see that if I go end to end here, 365 is just a little bit longer. Go here as well, so you see it's just a little bit longer. And you definitely see the width. The magazines for the 2.0 have that really cool kind of stack and a half shape that was introduced with the 365. Biggest difference for me is trigger. The improvement on the trigger being striker fire versus double action only is pretty significant. So I want to show you guys that. I'm going to grab my trigger gauge. Right, so I've got my trusty trigger gauge from Lyman. Got this on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. Let's see if this works here. Yep, try it again. And now it's working. Okay, so you can see the numbers moving. So 11.7. 10.1. So this is in pounds. I'll give you one more. Oop, I'm an idiot. Let's try that again. All right. 10.5. All right, so let's go ahead and clear this. Let's go ahead and check out the 2.0. Get on trigger safety. .1. Try that again. 4.26. Try that one more time. 4.12. So, wow. So as you can see, it's a lot less of a trigger press, leads to a little bit better accuracy. One of the things I noticed after I've shot this a bunch is this It's actually pretty painful. The shape of the tang here on the back strap here, when that gun recoils, and it's a little tiny gun, and yes, guns do recoil, even though it's a 380, it's a tiny gun. It does kind of press down into this little bundle of nerves here, and it's not comfortable. It's just not. You can shoot a whole bunch of it, and you feel that it's quote-unquote snappy. The difference in design here with this extra bit of tang and beaver tail here, it actually absorbs a lot of that backwards rotation a lot better. So it's definitely a more comfortable gun to shoot. I like how it has the rough spots here for indexing if you want to place your thumb. And I like how the slide is a lot more aggressive with the serrations or the grasping grooves. If you notice, this is a pretty aggressive front serration, even the rear serrations. And if you look at the 1.0, see these little fish scales, they are very, very slick. So for people who might have issues with getting traction on top of the slide, the 2.0 is definitely better. So I think Smith did a great job. Insert some footage of the gun being shot. But at the end of the day, there you go. Those are my initial thoughts. Probably have 200 rounds in this. I got to put a lot more in here. I do have a different type of holster coming for this. I think this is from Rounded. Rounded makes a holster for them, but I do have a different type of holster coming, so we're going to check that out because a lot of people like how small this gun is for pocket carry. So we'll get to that when that holster gets here. So there you go. Hope you found this interesting and helpful in terms of making a purchase decision. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button to help us out with that algorithm, and click that bell notification icon off to the right there so that you can be notified of any new content that we might post. Thank you so much for your time. Stay safe, and we'll see you out on the range.